Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about 5 tips that I wish I had known when I started Valheim. Tip number 1, don't build a new base from scratch or a new cabin from scratch. Find a broken one, because if you find a broken one, you're going to be able to build a hammer and you can use that to repair and build new items. And you could just repair all the broken pieces as long as you have a workbench built beside the new place. And then just that saves you so much time by having to go and harvest all that extra wood and supplies that you can just go harvest a smaller amount, finish your house, and then you can work on the other things like putting your workbench inside, preparing your fireplace, making a bed, getting chests, etc. And then eventually moving on to upgrades for your workbench. So really the best thing you can do, like I said, is just look for a prefab base that's already been kind of half destroyed and fix it, because it's going to save you so much time and you can move on to bigger and better things faster. Tip number 2. You should try to build your fireplace inside your house, and it might not seem like it's going to work at first, but trust me, there is a way. Destroy wherever you want to place it, the floor underneath where it would go. Just put dirt and then take the large planks and run them across the bottom of the floor twice, one overlapping each other, and then put a beam up to the roof. And that'll give you a little square fireplace where you can put your fire. The fire can't just sit on the wood pallets inside your house. They have to be put on the ground. But in order for you to be able to get rested properly and stuff like that, you're going to need it inside your house because you need shelter and to help raise your comfort. Tip number 3, stay in the meadows. Don't leave the meadows until you're ready. I made the mistake of going outside the meadows quite early on into the game, and I found out the hard way that there are lots of monsters that will one-shot you and you'll lose your items and you'll have to return to get your stuff, which is just a huge inconvenience at the beginning of the game, or even a couple hours into the game once you get quite a few items all stacked up and you just didn't realize that going from the meadows to Black Forest is such a dangerous move. So stay in the meadows until you're ready to move on. Tip number 4, avoid the water, kind of. So water in this game is quite dangerous. You can run out of stamina extremely fast and you'll end up dying. It's happened to me quite a few times by accident. First couple times were literally just because I had no idea what I was getting into. Last couple times it was mostly because I was trying to swim from point A to point B and drowned on the way there. Point being, if you're going to swim across a large body of water, make sure you eat lots of food that's going to raise your stamina so you have enough time to make it across. You do level up a swimming ability as you go, but that's going to take some time and it's going to take some practice swimming. But do not, I repeat, do not go out swimming expecting that you're going to be able to swim wherever you want, because it is very, very slow and it takes a lot of energy. Tip number 5, if you're going to build a raft, prepare yourself that you might die by drowning or having something in the ocean destroy you. I found out the hard way. I had a lot of stuff in my inventory, built a raft. I'm like, ooh, cool, a raft. I'm going to take it. Let's go on an adventure. So I went on an adventure. It's hard to control, first off. It's not super easy to control the raft, the first boat. It's not easy. So you're in the water and it says ocean. You've moved into the ocean territory. And then all of a sudden you look in the water and there's these weird pufferfish and they will attack your boat, among other creatures in the water. I don't even know if I've reached or managed to find all these creatures. I have noticed 2 or 3 different ones. They all do damage to your boat over time and they will attack you. Again, if you're going to go in the ocean, just make sure you put anything that's valuable inside a chest before you go and prepare yourself that you might die, because it's not as easy as it might seem. I know I said this was 5 tips, but this is the 6th tip, and it's kind of basis for the entire game. Don't get too overwhelmed. It's a very overwhelming game. Every time you harvest something, you're going to get nearly new recipes almost every time, except for a couple different items. So when you go and see yourself getting another 13, 14 new crafting things, don't worry that you need to get all these things built and that you need to do everything, because a lot of them's decorative and a lot of it's all by choice. Just enjoy the game and take things slow and enjoy being a Viking. It's a really cool game and it has a lot of potential, and I think it's done a great job in regards to being such a polished game, considering it's a game preview. You know, it's very well done. We've had many other titles that were game preview that were absolutely, and still to this day, unbelievably broken. So give this game a chance. It's absolutely fantastic, and I think especially if you have Game Pass, because it just came to Game Pass on the Xbox consoles, and me and my fiance play it all the time between the two of us, and you can play with up to 10 people. So what are you doing? Go get your friends and go play Valheim. Be a Viking and enjoy it. Thanks for watching.